A disclaimer. Dear all, please regard this video as a work in progress. The one video I took is uneven, so rather than showing video which lacks clarity, I hope to work at as summer passes, building this as one piece at a time. If you have video or pictures, please send along. Max. This video shows rigging the spinnaker while on the can, or at slip, or at dock. The mainsail is not raised and the jib is furled. The strategy is rig to prepare flying the spinnaker as round the weather mark, expecting to be on a starboard tack as the boat bears away, to hoist so spinnaker is on the port side and the spin pole is starboard. The major spinnaker scenes are: set the pole height. The topping lift pulls the pole up and the downhaul prevents it from going higher. Rig the spinnaker lines. All lines go outboard of the rail and lifelines except at the stern. The spinnaker halyard goes in front and around the shroud. Port side. Run spinnaker ribbons with corners left on top. Leave the foot of the spinnaker white tape on top of everything. The routine for spinnaker use is pull up and to starboard on rounding the mark. Crew tensions the guy. Pre-feed spinnaker. Crew runs foot around and in front of the shrouds to spinnaker clew. Hoist spinnaker on transition from beam to broad reach. Foredeck pulls spinnaker halyard. Foredeck douses spinnaker as crossed the line. The routine is reverse from raising the spinnaker. Spinnaker lines are hanging from port side cabin. There are 5. 2 spinnaker lines, they are orange. 2 tweaker lines, blue, with an eye. Downhaul is gray. Note, the Cunningham may also be referred to as a downhaul, so to avoid the confusion, call the Cunningham by its name and spinnaker downhaul as downhaul. Get the spinnaker bag from deep inside the cabin. While you are there, get the spinnaker pole. As you remove it from the cabin, be careful not to hit a crew member with the end. Attach the pole to the starboard stanchion base. Rig topping lift and downhaul. Assure spinnaker pole jaws face up. Attach topping lift to top side of pole. Thread through cam cleat and drop extra line into the cabin. Thread downhaul backward from underside of the pole, then to block on deck, then cam cleat, then make a stopper knot. Leave loose and uncleated for now. We'll be setting the length of line for downhaul later. So once this is set, we don't need to fuss with it further. Just can raise and lower the pole using the topping lift. Pull jib sheets to port under the spinnaker lines. Attach pole to mast. Here pole bridle bottom. Attach topping lift to pole bridle topside. Here is pole bridle top. Attach inboard end of pole to mast ring. Once pole is up, attach downhaul to pole bridle bottom side. Take pole off of mast and attach at base of starboard stanchion. Outboard end of pole, starboard to forestay. This preps the biting of guy to outward end of pole jaw. Rig tweakers. Uncoil tweakers run bitter end from outboard through housing on deck, then cleat. Tie a stopper knot. Tweaker now is ready to receive spinnaker sheet, port, and guy, starboard. Run tweaker eye below the rail, then outside of the rail. This position permits more tweaker line available to work with the spin sheet. On port side, be sure furling line does not interfere, so place it below the tweaker. Run spinnaker sheet. Attach spinnaker sheet shackles to railing near tweakers. Run sheets aft, outside of rail. When reach block at stern, go under the rail and inside rail to attach sheet to block. Be sure the block can spin both forward and backward. Then bring the line forward and bring through block near the tweaker. Next, it goes through the cam cleat. Leave some slack on the line so you can use line as attach its shackle to the spinnaker sail. Attach spinnaker lines to rail port side using shackle. Run guy starboard. From port rail, run guy forward in front of the forestay, then aft through tweaker on starboard, then further aft. Go under the rail to reach the stern block, then forward to the cam cleat. No knot on the bitter end. Bring spinnaker halyard from front of mast around shrouds and shackle to rail. Prep spinnaker sail. Bring the bag from the cabin onto the deck, open velcros on bag. Red end, could be blue, port. Green end, starboard. Remove head clew from bag. Run the ribbons so they are straight, not twisted. Dump bag upside down, it's easier. Run the ribbons beginning at the head. Rig spinnaker sail. Lines for spinnaker had been shackled to port rail. First remove spin halyard from rail, then attach spin halyard to head of spinnaker. Once attached, be sure halyard is not fouled on shroud. Attach shackle of sheet, rig to port side to red corner of spinnaker. Attach shackle of guy, rigged for starboard side to green corner of spinnaker. Now that the three lines are attached to the spin sheet, keep hold of them. Stuff the spinnaker back into the bag. A pro tip for flying the spinnaker. As the steps are raise pole, pre-feed, feed the foot of the sail from port to starboard around the outside of the shroud to reach the outboard end of the spin pole, and hoist. So the tip is, as you put the sail away, leave the foot on top, the green corner, so you can easily reach this for the pre-feed. At corner is blue, leech end, and white is foot. So we'll be feeding the white end around the shrouds. So grab all the foot available, then pack away the rest of the sail into the bag. Once it is stuffed back, can lay foot on top of the sail bag. Keep three corners on top. Simulation to raise the spinnaker while on can. Bring mooring lines from bow to stern. Now the stern of the boat will point into the wind, and so wind will fill the spinnaker at hoist while still on the can. As ready to fly the spinnaker, may need to help the spin sheet run by fussing with the tackle. Make sure not accidentally cleated or someone is stepping on it. Set pole for hoist. Raise pole. Attach spinnaker guy to outboard end of pole. Then open pole jaw at shroud base to release it, as foredeck crew raises pole. Cabin crew trims topping lift, helping foredeck without raising it for them, like tailing a line. Attach inboard end of pole to mast ring. Pull pole up to be parallel to deck, but this height should have already been set by the pre-setting done with downhaul. Use guy to bring outboard end of pole aft. Cleat guy. Confirm pole does not touch forestay. 2. Pre-feed. Feed foot of spinnaker from port side of boat. Foot goes in front of shroud to outboard end of pole. Pull on guy to help the pre-feed. Keep halyard away from spinnaker as pre-feed. As pre-feed, keep spinnaker tight so it does not have opportunity to fill with air. Cleat the guy. Hoist. Done as transition from beam to broad reaches around the weather mark. Feed spinnaker sail around shroud. All of sail goes around shroud. Keep any line away from interfering with hoist. Make sail go under the sheet. Pull spin halyard to raise the spinnaker. Douse. Ease the guy. Port crew pulls foot only, the white, into cabin, not red edge. Once have all the foot gathered, then pull the rest of the sail into the cabin, as in an in then down move. Ease spin halyard. D-rig. Remove shackles from spinnaker. Bring spinnaker halyard around the shroud to reach the front of mast. Attach to ring. Trim halyard to take away slack. Close halyard clutch. D-rig pole. Remove topping lift from bridle and attach to mast ring. Tension topping lift and close cam cleat. Detach pole. Remove guy from outboard end of pole. Remove pole from mast ring. Replace pole into cabin starboard side. Remove sheet and guy from tackles. Coil lines. Remove tweaker, stopper knot, then coil line. Coil downhaul. Section. Put sail back in bag, leaving 3 corners on top. Leave head in the middle of bag as reapply color-coded Velcro straps, red and green, around the spinnaker corners and close Velcro bag. Replace lines into the cabin and hang from Velcro line on port. 2 spin sheets, 2 tweakers, 1 downhaul. Be patient with yourself. It takes longer than you think.